Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Thursday. Hope everyone's doing well out there today. We're going to get this thing started in 37, 36, 35 seconds. Good morning to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, in the chat. 2, 1, 0. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, live. Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun, the Daily Dish with me, Ron E. Bradley. I hope that wherever you are having a phenomenal day. Speaking of the day, as of the recording of this, today's date is Thursday, the 24th day of October, 2024. So what is that? 10/24/24. And that's the recording, the live stream, the day you're watching, or maybe you're watching on the replay, whether you're watching live or on the replay. If you could click that like button on your way in, we would appreciate that so much. And if you're not already, consider please subscribing to the channel and click that notification bell. When you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here and follow the Bradley's Fun. Welcome in. I see so many people. I see a Jeremy Hembry. I haven't seen that name in the chat before, so welcome in, Jeremy Hembry. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you all so much. Who all is here this morning? Let's say hi to everybody. I see so many people coming in the chat. The numbers I saw, there were like 19 people watching, 14 people watching. The numbers are different anywhere I look. Oh my goodness gracious. And if you're watching this on the replay, hopefully you fast forwarded past all of that intro time stuff that we do to kind of build up an audience. When we're doing a live stream, the reason why there's so much time at the beginning of a live stream is because it takes time for YouTube and the algorithm to get this out there, and we want to kind of increase our audience size. So we give people 5, 6, 7 minutes between the countdown and the intro to kind of come on board and be here during the live. But if you're watching the replay, just fast forward through all that. And hopefully soon I'll be able to figure out how to take snippets of these videos and turn them into regular videos like Pro does. But I'm not Pro yet. Well, I'm never going to be WDW Pro, but I am working on being a YouTube professional for all of you guys so I can give you videos of excellence without any EIB microphone because we're not the EIB network. Let's show who all is here and say hi to everybody in the house. Little Mouse 27. Hey. A couple days late and $5 short. Well, truth of the matter is, with what we're talking about today, you may always be $5 short, $10 short, $15, $200 short. That's just the way Disney's making it. But we'll get to that after a little bit. We have Putin's cat. As I tell culture and others, don't invest in Disney. Invest in NVIDIA. Well, I tell you what, if Elon decides to buy it, then that could change. We shall see. But man, I tell you what, I love so much about Disney World and the Disney company. If we went back, say, 6 years and beyond that, I really like, my opinion started to flip around 2018, 2019. And but it wasn't, flipped hard yet. But man, the things that I've seen happen in the last few years, it's just so sad to me, because I don't want that happening to my wonderful Disney, and it is, and it's happening to yours and mine, and it's not the magical place it used to be. And I don't think that, like, if there are still too many people out there accepting these horrible changes as if they're good things, and we gotta get that stopped, so that Disney understands that they need to cater to their fans. It's not vice versa. Good morning, Rhonda H, and good morning, Tom F, and good morning, Jeremy Heath. Hello, hello, hello. And our good friend Go and Shogi, all you wrenches in the chat. We appreciate you guys and all that you do for us, especially in the mornings when I am waking up and my body is doing all kinds of things at my age that I didn't used to do. I didn't used to burp so much and stuff. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I got to get back in shape. I really, really, really need to make that a priority at the end of this year and then going into next year. And I mean, I was supposed to get in great shape this year, and it did not happen. And that's not a good thing at all. My beautiful wife. Buen dia, chicos. Hello, friends. Good morning. My beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, is in the chat because she's in the next room over and she's helping out. Thank you so much. I love you, baby. Good morning. Good morning, dude, man. Cuz hitchhiking ghost over here. Dude, man, cuz. Good morning, everyone. Going Shogi says hello to Virginia and Dude, man, and hello, Shogi. And I believe Go and Shogi was very helpful yesterday at getting some stuff from the spread shop so yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I need to highlight that, and he's reminds me too of getting this stuff done. Hey, all Canadian family life. Canadian family life says hey all, and Jeremy Hembry says hey, and then Go Shogi says hi Canadian, and I think we've caught up. We've got 21 people. Thank you all, everybody. And if you haven't said hi in the chat, say hi. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can comment replay gang. Oh, I see Vinny T. I just saw Vinny T in there. Vinny T says, good morning. I sat in line for Epic tickets and they were sold out. Did you mean sit in line online? Yeah, I looked yesterday and Tuesday morning I looked, and I'm like, you know what? I can't stomach purchasing 3 days of tickets. First of all, if I wanted to buy tickets for my family, I would have to fork out $1,500, and it's not like, yeah, no, that wasn't happening. So I'm going to be holding off on the old Epic tickets for now. Yes, the bots were out in force, I am sure. And we've got Marissa's Yarn and Crafts is also in the house. Yeah, it's man, I'm telling you what. But you know what? It's not like I know a lot of us wanted to be there opening day. We won't be able to be there opening day. You know that they're going to invite out the cupcake vloggers. I'm sure that there have been people who have been at this long enough. And that's the weird thing about this. YouTube is a little bit different, I feel like, than other platforms, because YouTube definitely rewards people primarily, it seems, based on time, especially if you're like vlogging, and if you're a content vlogger, if you're a theme park vlogger, you get rewarded a lot by the amount of time that you've been on YouTube. So if you've been on 8, 9, 10 years, you get rewarded even if you are, just average. That's okay. That's okay. So you got to put in the time, and that's what I'm doing right now, is putting in my time. And maybe one day I'll get some free cupcakes. We shall see. We shall see. But I'm not here for the cupcakes. I'm here for you. Okay. I'm not, and that's the thing. I'm not here for what YouTube can do for me, or for what the parks can do for me, or any of that kind of stuff. I'm here for you guys, to serve you, to get you the best, most honest information about the parks, because they are, as the subject is today, they're becoming expensive. And if you are going to spend your money, you're going to want to know where you're going to get the best bang for your buck and the best value. And eventually my channel may change, because where you're getting the best bang for your buck is in the midst of changing right now. And if you spend $160 to go to Epcot, and you walk in, you get past Spaceship Earth, and you realize, I could have gotten this at my local community park for free, you may not be so happy about that $160 that you spent to get into Epcot per person for your family, or perhaps the extra $200 per person per day to ride all the rides, or any of those kind of upcharges. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Vinny T. I appreciate that so much. Yeah. What's this? It's especially odd for Universal to want cupcakes. You can't record on the rides. That is true. I think that's why so many people live stream from Disney and not Universal, is because at Disney, at least, I can get on Living with the Land. I can get on. I tried. I did actually live stream Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind one time, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. Did I live stream? I think I did live stream Rise of the Resistance not too long ago. That one was okay, but when it comes to those bigger roller coasters, I am not taking my equipment on that again. But speaking of new equipment, I will be live from the parks tomorrow. I'm not sure which one yet. Maybe I'll take a poll later in my community tab, and you guys can tell me which one to go to. But anyhow, before we get to all that, we haven't got to something I always normally like to get to really, really early, really, really soon, and that is our celebration, because we love to celebrate all of you guys. If there are dropped memberships, super chats, super things, super stickers, any of the support that you give, PayPal's, buy me coffees, any of that kind of stuff. If I see that someone's bought some of our merchandise, and I will share that with you, that link with you in just a moment. We like to celebrate all of you. So for any of those things, any of that member support from you, I love to celebrate you guys. You guys are the energon that when I get inside me, it makes me transform and roll out. And with that, I think it's time to show you what that celebration looks like. When we do it later on, we'll do it again. And by the way, this is changing. It was supposed to change last weekend, but some things happened. My mom went in the hospital. It didn't happen. I was looking for stuff. So we will be doing more improvements to different celebrations, not just one, but we'll be doing several of them. But what it looks like for right now, when we celebrate and we thank you and we dance and we have fun and we laugh, it looks like this. Let's celebrate, everybody.
Too much? Too much? It's a perfect! Wahoo! Oh, that's too much! Give me a break, I couldn't be more excited! Okay, anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show, I think I would go so crazy.
Oh, sorry, you caught me dancing. Sorry, in my head I had a different song going. It was YMCA. I hear they stay at the YMCA. Anyway, because that's another dance that I love to see. I love to see. I love to see. Also, one of the things that I said that we like to celebrate, and thank you, Bill and Chogi, so much yesterday. I know you got some of the stuff from this site. But we have our own shop, and I am working on a lot more designs for this right now. But we have a Follow the Bradley's Fun merch shop that is evolving, changing, growing, getting started. And let me see if I can share that with y'all. Over here. Put that on the screen. Can we add it? There you go. Welcome to Follow the Bradley's Fun. It looks different on the spread shop, but we have some different merch. We have a tote bag, for example, and this is my fedora design. Now that fedora, that hat that's on this design, you might be able to see it there. It might look really. Let's see how it looks on the gray. Gray is one of my favorite backgrounds for designs. Let's see. We've got the green. We also got the green. There's only $17 for the tote bag, so it's not particularly expensive. But there is the Follow the Bradley's Fun design on the tote bag. I'm working on a lot more designs and a lot more products. We got tote bags. We've got coffee mugs. Let's see. Let's look at mugs and drinkware. What we got? Oh, yes, indeed. Here we go. We got our family avatar design. Follow the Bradley's Fun. And you can get that with a blue handle, a black handle, or my favorite, the red handle. So lots of different designs on the shop right now. Only $17.54. The mug that lasts for a lifetime, and the designs are going to be changing over time because I'm working on a Broccoli Mountain shirt. I think. Yes, yes, the hat. I love the hat. So here's the deal with that hat, by the way. I have to replace it because Disney basically stole it from me. And what I mean by stole it from me, and I got to tell you the story, it was supposed to turn into a positive story for Disney. And on Disney's part, because of what they did, it has turned into a very negative story based on Disney. Their issue, they used to be great at returning your lost items. So here's the deal with what happened to that lost item. Pixie Dust Traveler, good morning. I will be replacing that hat, and it will look very much the same as the last one, but I have a different fedora that I'm using for now. The deal with that hat is that I lost it on Rock and Roller Coaster, but not anywhere on Rock and Roller Coaster. I lost it at the end of the ride, and I had put it back on before I took the handle, the restraints off, and the restraint hit it, and it went right behind me. So I'm like, okay, well, it's right there on the ride, except that I didn't notice that my cart, the car that I was in, was over a part of the track. When the hat fell down, it fell underneath the track. But I spotted that hat with a cast member on the maintenance catwalk below the track, meaning that very, very simply, the hat simply had to be picked up by maintenance and returned to Lost and Found. And they never returned the hat. I put in a report immediately with Disney, several reports, showed pictures of the hat, and they chose not to return it, which means they stole my hat because, like I said, a cast member and I had seen it together. We actually were able to visually spot it. We saw where the hat was. Would have been easy for a maintenance person to retrieve, and they specifically chose not to. And because they did that, it's a negative story, and Disney used to be phenomenal about returning lost items. You'd always get them back. But I have checked in with other people who have had the same experience lately. Disney is not returning lost items like they used to anymore. So that is unfortunate, and I wish that were not the case, but unfortunately it is the case right now. And it goes right along with our story that they are absolutely increasing their prices. But before we get to the price increases, let's check in on a different story about some very interesting price decreases. And we're going to go over here. Don't know what's going on. Okay, so, and we're going to share. This is out of the Diz. The Cake Bake Shop makes shocking price adjustments to the menu. And this is interesting. This is an interesting story. Now, do you remember a week or so ago, we were talking about these horrifically high prices, $26 for a slice of cake at the Cake Bake Shop, the new Cake Bake Shop coming? Well, this story, and by the way, $32, I think, for a hamburger, $32 for a hamburger, $18 for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for kids. I'm not kidding. That was the prices. So this is out of, it just says Diz, WDW info by Jackie Gailey on the 22nd of October. The Cake Bake Shop makes shocking price adjustments to menu. Thanks to Blog Mickey, we've learned that the Cake Bake Shop at Disney's Boardwalk has recently updated its menu prices for the restaurant and bakery. You might remember earlier this month when we got our first glance at this eatery's menu and wondered if guests would even be able to afford to eat there. It's safe to say that Walt Disney World fans are accustomed to higher price on most meals compared to those at local restaurants. But these prices were outrageous, to say the least. We're talking $8 for a fountain, Coca-Cola products. Now, priced at $1 less, at $6.99. Still outrageous, by the way. Most entrees on the children's menu, PB&J, were previously priced at $18. Now, that same PB&J is $12.99. Oh, so they've lowered the price of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich all the way down to only $13. Golly. While select menu items were only reduced by a penny, some had more substantial price reductions, and others, like the $78 charcuterie board, were removed entirely from the menu. Apparently, word got out somewhere that this exorbitant pricing wouldn't fly. We still don't have an opening date for this fascinating dining venue, but we hope to see one soon. As a side note, we do hope to hear news about what's going on into the former Big River Grill space. Yes, that's the other space that was down the way on the boardwalk. And we don't have all the new pricing for this here, but down the way on the boardwalk. Now, the Cake Bake Shop is going into where the ESPN Zone restaurant used to be. Hey, Juliet, let's see. We got some new people coming in the chat. Dan's Life with Kingdom Unseen coming in. Renan coming in here. Renan, Trita Lazari, hello. Juliet coming in. Hello. Good afternoon, Follow Bradley's and chat. And Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is coming in. Wow, those prices are crazy. Going Shogi says $13 for one peanut butter and jelly sandwich when they were selling the whole PB&J cow for $10 during Milton. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it was $18 before. I mean, like, think about that. $18 for your kids. For a single child's meal. Now, I understand catering to the richest of the rich people coming to Disney World. And, you know, if you're a millionaire, you probably don't care too much about the prices. But, man, What does this say about Nate paging Mr. Morrow? Nate lost his hat and cow puncher pin on TOT or some other ride. Never got his back either. Yeah, I mean, that's paging Mr. Morrow. He's like the super donut friendly guy at Disney. Mr. Pixie Dust himself just announced from DFB Cake Bake is officially at a soft opening phase. I want to go by there, and maybe I'll go by tomorrow, but I'm or probably over the weekend on a live stream. So that is planned upcoming because I got to check it out myself. What Disney doesn't understand is the rich do not go to their parks, not like the rest of us. I know some very, very wealthy people that do like Disney, but it's really weird. They're just catering to a very different crowd, and there must be somebody who's crunching the numbers up there who thinks that it's all good. I don't know. I don't know who it is. But yeah, that is the let's start a GoFundMe for some eggs Benedict. That's hilarious. All right, so anywho. So that's the Cake Bake Shop. So they have changed a little bit of their pricing and supposedly at a soft opening phase. So we'll check that out. But what we're going to be looking at now, moving on to more food related things. And by the way, I don't know if anybody's on Culture Watch, but I did not see a Culture Casino link up yet. It might be. Let me check again. I'll check again myself and see. Culture Casino Live. No, I don't see his link up yet. Not myself. All right, so let's go back to this. Nope, no Culture Casino link. Well, when you see it, let me know, and I will try to get the redirect up. All right. So looking at that. So let's do this. We're going to look at some of the other food price increases at Disney recently. Now, when I was part of food service at Disney, and I was my last role as a cast member at Disney, my last name tag that I ever got. Let me show you my last name tag that I ever got. I love this one. Kind of goes with the Agatha All Along, which is really funny. It would be more prevalent if I was there now. Ron from Westview, New Jersey. It was funny. Anyway, I was in food service and I worked at a restaurant. And of course, if you're a server, you get excited about the price increases because you are hoping for more money. I can tell you that every year around this time, and this is my personal experience, every single year around October, the food prices would go up. And you know what would go down for a good 3 months? Attendance at the restaurant. So when food prices first went up, we would make less money as servers. And I'm not kidding you. This is my experience. I think it's every server's experience. For about 3 months, you make less money. It takes about 3 to 4 or 5 months for people to adjust to the food prices because a lot of the people that you get at the restaurants are actually regulars, believe it or not. People that know Disney, locals. The restaurants at Disney are very much supported by the pass holders, annual pass holders, and locals. And when they see the price increases, they just stop. So you have like a whole crowd of people that as soon as the prices increase, they stop coming for 3 to 6 months and they won't return. And so the amount of money that servers makes actually goes down for a little bit and then it comes back up a little bit. But the problem is year over year, as these prices increase, you should be making more as a server technically because you should get the same percentage of a bigger amount of money, which means you're getting a bigger amount of money. Well, it doesn't work that way because people spend less. So what happens is more people decide to share meals, ordering one entree and splitting it, decreasing the amount of appetizers and desserts and drinks things like that. People still want to go out, people still want to dine, but they will save money by ordering less. And because they order less, you get less. That's just how that works. Very, very, very simple. So we're going to look at this right over here. Walt Disney World increases buffet and character dining prices amid resort-wide hikes in October of 2024. And for us Brazilians, every day becomes more difficult to go. $1 is already worth 6 reais, and with price increases, I won't go anymore. And that's sad because Brazilians represent a pretty good percentage of people that come to the parks. You get a lot of quinceañeras and stuff that happen. They're the Bud Files. Good morning, Sue and the Bud Files. And Vinny T says, opinion to Busch Gardens, please. Anyone? I've only been to Busch Gardens Tampa a few times. I've enjoyed it. It is an older park. So some of the rides that have been around for a long time feel like they're not super well maintained, but they still work. They have a sky ride there, for example, and it goes over animals. I love the animals there. It's sort of like a budget Animal Kingdom, if you will. But I haven't been lately, so I really couldn't tell you. It's been a few years since I've been to Busch Gardens, so I don't know if they've possibly improve their conditions. They have great rides. They have super great thrilling rides there, though. If you're a ride person, Busch Gardens is probably more for you than a Disney park would be, actually. Let's see which tab. Okay, so Walt Disney World increases buffet and character dining prices amid resort-wide hikes in October 2024. This is out of WDW Magic, posted Wednesday, October the 23rd. And it just says by the WDW Magic staff. I don't see a name attached to it. Walt Disney World has implemented price increases at several of its popular buffet and character dining restaurants effective October 23rd, 2024. Pictured above is Cinderella's royal table inside, which will, I think they wrote this wrong. I think it's going to cost $6 more for an adult. They wrote Cinderella's royal table will not cost $6 more for an adult. They probably wrote that wrong and meant to write. Yeah, it's actually costing more. These adjustments are part of a broader trend of rising costs across the resort, which also includes hikes in annual pass prices. Below is a breakdown of the updated pricing for both adult and child meals at some of Walt Disney World's most popular dining locations. So here are those dining locations. Dining with the Princesses at Cinderella's Royal Table at the Magic Kingdom Breakfast. Now, this is not a buffet. This is you choose a meal, and this is what it is. The adults are now $75 for breakfast, okay? For ham and eggs, $75. Previously $69. Child, $45, previously $42. So if you want to eat in the castle like royalty, you practically have to be royalty there. And no peasants are invited to the castle anymore. Sorry, peasants. You are cut off. By the way, when it says $75, I don't think that price includes the tip, which you have to pay at the time. I could be wrong. Dinner, and by the way, you have to prepay that entire meal when you book it. You do not pay when you go, you pay when you book that meal. All prepaid. Dinner, $88, previously $84. For an adult and a child is $52. So if you get one of those late reservations like 9 p.m., you're going to be paying basically $300 out the door. I'd say probably $350 for a family of 4, two adults, 2 children. By the way, and that's only if your children are 9 or under. If they're 10 or over, you're paying that adult price. So if your kids happen to be 13 and 10, you are going to be paying $400 for and by the way, they rush you through that meal. I'm going to tell you, you do not, they will rush you in and rush you out, and you will spend 45 to 50 minutes there. I know this because I know some of the servers that work there, and they say that they have to do it. They rush you through the meal. They get in, get it out, and that's it. It's I always say that Yeah, it's the kind of thing that if you can save up for, maybe it's a one and done thing. Most people do not frequent Cinderella's royal table. If you like princesses and you want the princess meal at a lower price, go to Akershus in Epcot. And you will see the same princesses and stuff. Boma, Flavors of Africa, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge breakfast. Adult, 39, only $2 increase up from 37. Child, 23, only $1. Boma, that breakfast, it's a good breakfast at Boma. It's a good I enjoy it there, but again, just really high prices. It's different because you're spending money on vacation. Dinner's 58 and 34. Those are up 2 and 1. Those didn't increase a whole lot. Crystal Palace, 52 from 48 and 33 from 30 for breakfast for an adult and child respectively, and lunch and dinner 62 and 42. Those are up a little bit. Not huge amounts. Tusker House, 49 from 47, 33 from 30 for a child for breakfast. And that is character dining, by the way. Lunch and dinner, $64 for an adult and 42 for a child. Chef Mickey's 58 and 37, up from 54 and 34 respectively for adult and child. And dinner, that's a breakfast. This is a buffet. So is Tusker House, also a buffet. 69 from 66 and 44 from 41. Wow. So yeah, and there are others across the board that have gone up. I've seen Garden Grill went up a few dollars. That's at Epcot. There's quite a few others. So yeah, what Go and Show You says these are California prices. They think the whole country is California. I'm telling you, I just think that they are starting to cater more and more to the foreign guests that come in. If you ever go to Walt Disney World, you'll notice that you hear a lot of foreign languages and foreign accents being spoken there. It is an international destination more than a domestic destination, and people from the United States are going a lot less. That is why the attendance has decreased overall, is because there are slightly fewer foreign guests coming into Walt Disney World, and there are way fewer domestic guests coming in. I'd say for Hoop to Do instead, no rush and it's fun, no characters, but it is good food. Pink Teeth 3, I don't necessarily want to try and change your mind on Hoop to Do, but I worked there for 2 days and I will never eat there again because I saw the kitchen and I saw what happens to the food. And that food is prepared at the bare minimum a half an hour before it's reached your table. And before it's reached your table, it has gone through a lot of hands and several stops. One of the nastiest things that I saw was the pile of fried chicken. And it was a big pile. It had to be 5 feet tall of the chicken just piled up, fried chicken piled up, and then putting it into the buckets by hand and stuff. And it was, I won't eat, I'll never eat at Hoop to Do again and I've eaten at Hoop to Do and I enjoy the experience, but now that I've seen the kitchen and seen how that's prepared, by the way, the kitchen is 50 years old. I should have never seen it because boy, did it spoil me. And I just I won't ever go there again. What I saw of how the food was being knocked out and prepared, I mean, it looks like when you're watching a movie and in the movie they depict prison, or the television show they depict prison, and the prisoners are going through the lunch line and the guys serving it to them are slopping it out on the other side, and they got hair coming out of their things. That's what it reminded me of. It's sad. It wasn't anything I would have expected. It really caught me by surprise. I worked there for 2 days and said, this is not for me. I cannot be at this location. And I left. I remember calling up my manager and saying, hey, I know I've only been there 2 days, but this location is just not for me. And went back to my other location. So yeah, It's unfortunate. Also, it's just loud. I love the environment of Hoop to do and the kind of thing, but man, it's just what I saw. Also saw servers that I swear some of those servers there have been there for like 45 years. And I just think that they are literally going to keel over on the job at some point. And they need the money even after all that time. It's crazy. Yeah, most buffets, I understand. I absolutely understand. But before we get to the my girls love Dixie Stampede, but Hoop to Do was not their jam. I don't know if you know this about me, Jeremy, but had I taken the job I was offered at Dixie Stampede 25 years ago, how long? Let's see, 2003. 21 years ago. 21 years ago, I was offered a job at Dixie Stampede as a backup show host / comedy performer, depending on what role they would have needed me in at the time. I didn't take the role because I was already in another show in Branson. I was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And the reason I didn't take the role outside of Joseph is specifically because in working with the horses and the dust, I was a little concerned that my allergies were going to get in the way and then I'd have to live off of Benadryl, and that even if I tried that, I might not make it. So what they do is they give you a 30-day trial to make sure that you're good for the job. And if I didn't pass the 30-day trial, I wouldn't have had a job at all. So I didn't take it. But if I would have taken it and I would have passed the trial, then I might still be working at Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede in Branson to this very day. So that could have been a life-changing moment. Interesting. I just always think stuff like that. You know, you make those decisions and you live with them, and there you go. And Go and Shogi says, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. And as a matter of fact, I think it's a good time for a break. As you already are hitting that like button, I think it's a good time to celebrate all of you guys. No, I haven't seen any memberships or anything like that drop, but I still am grateful for all of you guys watching today, and we like to celebrate you. So we're going to take a moment, and we are going to celebrate. Let's do it, everybody. Before the last story, let's celebrate.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is too much. Beautiful. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
And now we get to our last story, and that is here on a story about Disney's and Disney World's biggest fans, I would venture to say, those who, you know, either like me, need to cover it, so we work there. But most of these people are not like me. Most of these people are there because they want to be there. They enjoy it. They want to go to Disney World with their family, and they want to go time and time again. And perhaps they live in the state of Florida. If they live outside of the state of Florida, it might be maybe to save a little bit of extra money because they come down 2 or 3 times a year. But these are Disney's biggest fans. And Disney's biggest fans, what does Disney do? They get hit the hardest. So that is the annual pass price increases. Here we go with Disney World's annual pass. They have increased their prices because they love taking their biggest fans and slapping them right across the face. That's what they do. Annual pass prices by Justin Hermes out of Mickey Blog. I believe this is mickeyblog.com. Is that correct? Come on, tab. Yes, it's not Blog Mickey, but it's Mickey Blog. Those are not difficult to confuse at all. Just weeks after Disneyland raised the prices of Magic Keys, Walt Disney World has followed suit and upped the cost of purchasing an annual pass. The latest Disney ticket price increase sees the cost of a Disney World annual pass increase between $30 and $100, depending on the pass type. So let's take a look at those price increases. The highest level pass at Walt Disney World is called the Incredipass. They even, this is crazy. They even had to put intellectual property names that people would associate with intellectual property into their passes. They did this a couple of years ago. It used to be like gold and silver and the lowest pass ought to be called the Agatha All Along Pass. It should be free. But anyway, it's not. Disney Incredipass, now $1,549 per guest. We will start at the top with the Disney Incredipass. Open to all Walt Disney World guests. And that is true. It doesn't matter where you live. The price of an Incredipass has gone up $100 from the previous $1,449 to $1,549. Now, this is the benefit to the pass. Unlike other annual passes, the Incredipass has no blackout dates and is available to guests living outside of the state of Florida. Now, this is how they advertise it. And by the way, I don't know. I think that outside of the state of Florida, you cannot make monthly payments. I think you just have to buy this flat out. Disney Incredipass is $1,549 plus tax, or it says $121 per month with 12 monthly payments and 0% APR. After a $205 down payment on the Florida Resident Monthly Payment Program. Other guest benefits of owning the pass include the ability to hold up to 5 theme park reservations at a time, because they're still doing that convoluted reservation thing, which is ridiculous. Free standard parking and discounts on dining, merchandise, and more. I should note the price has not increased. I should note that the price has not increase for Incredipass holders renewing their passes, which remains at $1,229 for the renewal. The Disney Sorcerer Pass is now $1,079. And by the way, if you are the top tier, if you're the top tier of a Universal Pass, like Universal Orlando. Now, right now, Epic Universe is not going to be included in that pass, but if you are top tier, you get the 2 parks. I don't think the water park is included in that, but with those 2 parks, you also get included free parking. You also get club entrance to the clubs at City Walk. I think there's certain restrictions to that. But you also get Express Pass any day after 4, which is their front of the line pass, included for free. It's not an upcharge with that if you have that pass. And you get discounts on a lot of other things, but you also get a free ticket to Hollywood, to Halloween Horror Nights. So they're special after party thing, you get a free ticket to that, or a ticket included to that. You pick your night and you go. So you get a lot more benefits to that high level Universal Pass than you do with Disney. Disney Sorcerer Pass now $1,079. Next up, we have the Disney Sorcerer's Pass. The price of the Sorcerer Pass, which is available to Disney Vacation Club members and Florida residents only, has increased from $999 to $1,079. So that went up by $80. Pass holders in Florida can also opt to use the Florida Resident Monthly Payment Program to pay $79 per month with 12 monthly payments, 0 APR, after a $205 down payment. So $80 a month after a $205 down payment. Pass highlights. Eligibility is Disney Vacation Club members or Florida residents. Reservation-based admission most days, subject to blockout dates on select dates during holiday periods. So you do have days that are blocked out during the holidays. And up to 20% off select dining and merchandise. It says up to because most of the restaurants are going to be 10%. Guests with the Disney Sorcerer Pass have limited blackout dates and can hold up to 5 theme park reservations at a time. They also get free standard theme park parking and discounts on dining, merchandise, and more. Pass holders renewing their Sorcerer Pass will now pay $929, up from $849. Disney Pirate Pass, now $829. Now, let's turn our attention to the Disney Pirate Pass, which has increased by $30 from $799 to $829 per year. Pass holders in Florida can also use the Florida Resident Monthly Payment Program to pay $54 a month with 12 monthly payments and 0% APR after a $205 down payment. Available to Florida residents, the Pirate Pass has more blockout dates and allows pass holders to hold 4 theme park reservations at a time. So if there's special occasions. Now this is Florida residents only, $57 per month with the 12 monthly payments. If you're a Florida resident, reservation-based admission most days, subject to blackout dates, including peak and holiday periods. And again, 20% off of select dining and merchandise. Like other annual passes, however, Pirate Pass holders do get free parking and discounts on dining. As far as I know, the free parking and pass holder discounts are available across the board, no matter which pass you have. The cost of renewing a Pirate Pass has also increased from $679 to $709. Disney Pixie Dust Pass. Now, this is the pass I personally carry because I just need access to the parks. I don't need access all the time. I don't need to go on the busiest days. I just need access so I can get the footage I need, go out there, live stream for you guys during the week and stuff. Last but certainly not least, we turn to the Disney Pixie Dust Pass. Only available to Florida residents, this pass has increased from $439 to $469 a year. Additionally, pass holders can pay a $25 monthly charge with 12 monthly payments and 0% APR after a $205 down payment on the Florida Resident Monthly Payment Program. So with any of these passes, you pay $205 down, and then you can go on the monthly payment program if and only if you are a Florida resident. That only happens for Florida residents. And these are the highlights of this pass. Florida residents only, reservation-based admission most weekdays. Blackout dates during peak and holiday periods. The longest blackout period is about 3 weeks during spring break and about 2 weeks during Christmas time. Other than that, you're not really blocked out that much. Blocked out for the 4th of July, blocked out for the extended weekends during the year, like Memorial Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day. Those extended weekends, you're actually blocked out for the whole weekend. And you're blocked out on Saturdays and Sundays. So your pass only works during the week, Monday through Friday. You still get the same discount benefits, though, dining and merchandise. So that's why it's valuable in the sense that, I think that right now I pay like $22 a month for this. So it's not a huge deal. Thank goodness, like the other passes, and I still get the discounts on merchandise and everything else. And I get to go to the park so I can report the things that are going on there for you guys, so you don't have to. Like I'll take the hit, and you guys can go to Six Flags or Silver Dollar City or Dollywood. There's so many other great choices out there of other parks to go to. Silver Dollar City is such a beautiful park, and they're adding a resort on site. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk about that. I'll have to talk about that in an upcoming show. The Pixie Dust Pass does have more blockout dates. Pass holders can only hold up to 3 theme park reservations simultaneously. By the way, that has not been a big deal at all this year, because getting reservations for any day that I've ever needed to, never had a problem with it. And usually a lot of times that's day of reservations, but also what they're not telling you is that any day of the year without a reservation, whether it's a good to go day or not, is you can always hit the parks after 2 p.m. Well, I'm a late riser anyway. I am not a rope dropper. So for me, why does it matter if I hold reservations? If I can go, if I can hit any park after 2 p.m., I think it's after 2 p.m., it doesn't matter. And then also with the reservation system, Monday through Friday, I can reserve any park and go to any other park I want to after I've entered. So if I want to go to Magic Kingdom and it's the reservations are filled, then I'll make a reservation for Epcot, go in, hit the monorail, go over to Magic Kingdom, and I'm good to go. As always, be sure to check back with the Peaky Blog, and that's what it says there. So yeah, those are the price increases. I mean, so many price increases. And yes, it is still cheaper than Disneyland, which is only 2 parks. $17.50 for top tier at Disneyland. That's crazy. So our month of vacation isn't spent in Florida anymore. Branson is the choice for a while now. Well, Branson is close. I mean, I worked there for years. The only thing I didn't like about Branson, of course, is that January and February were very difficult times to live there because the entire city just kind of closes down and ain't nothing going on January and February in Branson. But who knows what's going to happen as this channel grows, as we get more revenue, as we're making the full-time living with this, and then we have money provided by you guys for the channel to travel and things like that, bringing more information from across the country, and hopefully from eventually 5-6 years down the road, I'm hoping that it can be from across the globe. We will do more coverage of things like Silver Dollar City and Dollywood and Hershey Park in Pennsylvania and Williamsburg, Virginia. I'm looking forward to covering all of that because that's what Follow the Bradleys Fun is going to be all about, is you follow our fun so that we can bring it back to you and give you our honest takes so that when you go out to have fun, you can have the most fun that you can possibly have, most bang for your buck. Morning, Ron, heading to Brown Country. I'm not sure what Brown Country is. Brown County? Country. Brown Country. What's Brown Country? Is that like a place where you get a lot of gravy? I don't know. But anyway, let me see what has happened. It's 10:32. And I wanted to see if Culture has dropped his link yet. I tell you what, while I am checking for that link, I don't see, and I'm just looking, I'm double checking here. I don't see any super chats or member chats in the stream, but because we're going to get going soon, what I do want to do is let's do one more celebration before we head out the door today, shall we?
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is too much. Beautiful. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay. I think I would go so crazy.
Yay! And as we celebrate Go and Shogi's generosity gifted, one Follow the Bradley's Fun membership gifties, as Culture likes to say, and congratulations, G-Bear87, who got that gift he dropped in the chat. Speaking of which, I need to update again the memberships on the outro here, all the credits for the memberships in the outro, which I will do again over the weekend. Tomorrow we will be coming to you live from a park. So I'll drop a poll in the community tab. So check the community tab. I'll drop it after the show at some point in time. Culture Casino's latest video. Yes, that's the latest video. Or drop the link to hey, what's up, Dylan? Hey, Ron, what's up, chat? I woke up to the disappointing news of Michael Keaton falling in line. Did you happen to see WDW Pro last night? By the way, if I look tired today, I was on with WDW Pro until after midnight last night here, which is why maybe I didn't get as much sleep as I might usually have. Not live today on the 6 Minute Daily, I think. That is possibly true. But if you guys want to head over to Culture after this and check out and see if, in fact, oh, yes, thank you for dropping that link. New merch in the merch store. We've got all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, the Pro Stream. So I believe it was only on the member section that we talked about Keaton falling in line, but it really was, I think Keaton was trying to save his job. What is up? OCDD93. Good morning, everyone. Some people showing up late. That's cool. That's good. You were very patient at the end of that stream. Hey, look, I've gotten used to some of those people coming in. It's all good. And, I as a parent, I should have come down to SpaceCon. What is SpaceCon? I got to learn about all these cons. You know what? I'm not a convention goer. I haven't gone to conventions. I guess I should start becoming a convention goer and start doing all that. But in the meantime, barely missed Culture last night. He left the meetup early. Where's SpaceCon at? Tom FS too. Where is SpaceCon at? I didn't know he was there. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for coming in today. And again, thank you so much for the generosity. Go and Shogi. One culture, one follow. See, I told you I was tired. One Follow the Bradley's Fun gifted membership to GBear87. Houston. Well, I should go to San Antonio. Well, my dad does live in Houston, so I probably should go. I wonder if that's where Culture lives. I don't know where Culture lives, though, to be honest with you. Meet up with Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, a lot of those guys live here, and I've met up with I've never met up with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. I met up with Drunk 3POJ for a really good guy. I like Jay so much. Such a nice guy. Anyway, I can't say good enough things about the Geeks and Gamers crowd or Jay, Drunk 3PO, WDW Pro, Valiant Renegade, all such good people. And it's funny because I know that we're all critical of things, and people might think, well, if they're critical, maybe they're not nice. No, we're Like, honestly, and I met some really good, nice vloggers and live streamers, and actually everybody I've met. Fortunately for me, everybody I've met's been really nice. So maybe I'm just lucky, but yeah, I haven't had issues with anybody that I've met in the YouTube community. But I will say that Pro and Valiant and That Park Place group, Lorena Culture, Jay, everybody I've met, Nolan Thunder and Bash, they've all been so good. And Pro himself is great people. Geeks and Gamers, let me hear via Pro. I think that that may be true for me. Midnight's Edge. I'm just going back in history. Eventually, I'm going to have to do a timeline on my whole YouTube. I should have done it last week when I technically had my 6th anniversary, but we'll figure it out. I will figure it out. There's just so much to do. But anyway, yeah. Again, I guess there's no Culture Casino link yet for a live stream today. Wait. Let me double check real quick. Let's double check real quick. All right, no, I do not see a new link posted up, but thank you guys so much for being here. Go and Shogi, thank you for the gifties. We definitely appreciate that. And you can go over and watch Culture Casino on the premiere, this one right here. And perhaps he will, sometimes he does do his 6-minute daily like posts and then goes live. So check it out. If you go over there, say hi from me. Give everybody my best on the Pro Show or anything else that you see today. Thank you guys for being here so much. Again, look for the community tab. I'll post the poll, which park you might want me to go into or start at tomorrow, because I plan on going live from the park. So the Daily Dish will be a Daily Dish on location tomorrow. But until tomorrow, we've got to get going for the day. So thank you so much for being here. Please be kind to each other. Obviously keep having fun. You know what Pro says. I'm not going to say because that's his thing. But obviously follow the Bradley's fun and make your own fun, please. Thank you so much. And until the next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.